So, a little bit of hand testing with the Egyptian God deck. You can find the link to the deck profile down in the video description. Let me just give it a quick shuffle before we try to see the test hands and combo plays if possible. Of course, this deck can be a bit tricky. It's obviously 100% considered as a fun deck, but it's fun to play. Well, it's a fun deck. All right, 5. Let's say we go first. Most of the time, it's not good if we go first, or let's say we go first. And that actually doesn't look that good. the only thing we can really do here is activate the ancient chant. Search us the second copy because we already have Winged Dragon of Ra in our hand. The second copy of the Winged Dragon of Ra. Shuffle it again. That's, yeah, I wouldn't say normal, but of course that is possible to happen. We had the Winged Dragon of Ra that goes to the grave. Well, at least we would have a second normal summon now. But that would happen. Now there are some other things you can probably do. You could activate the Mount of the One Creator, but we won't do that for now. So for explanation, because you have not that much space. That's the grave, that's the deck obviously. Then we're gonna start with opening of the Spirit Gates, which allows us to search any card that mentions one of the 3 sacred beasts in its name. So we're gonna add the Dog Beginning Beast. It has lost its fighting spirit and falls down. We're gonna add the Dog Beckoning Beast to our hand via the effect of the opening of the Spirit Gates. Then of course our hand looks like that. We're gonna special summon our Dog Beckoning Beast and activate that effect. It has almost the same effect as the opening of the Spirit Gates. We add to our hand via the Dog Beckoning Beast's effect the Chaos Summoning Beast. And because we normal summoned the Dog Beckoning Beast, we now can normal summon additional time, but only a Fiend type monster with 0 ATK and defense. And oh, what a coincidence! This card has 0 attack and 0 defense. So we're gonna normal summon this one, and then we go into our link plays. The first thing we go into is the Link Kuribo with the Chaos Summoning Beast that goes to the grave. Special summon Link Kuribo in the extra monster zone, of course, but they have no space now. Then we activate the second effect of opening of the Spirit Gates. We can discard a card and special summon one. One Fiend type monster with 0 ATK and death back from our graveyard. So we're gonna discard Guardian Slime. Yes, you probably know where this is going, and special summon the Chaos Summoning Beast again. So, and because we sent the Guardian Slime from our hand or fields to the graveyard, we can now add to our hand a spell or trap card that specifically, sorry, I cannot pronounce that word correctly, lists the name Winged Dragon of Ra in its text. So we're gonna do that, of course. That adds to our hand. No, not that one. Where is it? The there it is, the True Sun God. We're gonna add this one to our hand. Shuffle again. I could skip shuffling because it actually doesn't matter, but so no one can say, oh no, he knows exactly what he draws. Okay, so this is our hand it looks now. So we have 3 monsters on the field. We're gonna go into Link 3, and that would be the extremely strange card SiCaTra. Yes, it's 3 effect monsters with Link Rio, Dog Beckoning Beast, and Chaos Summoning Beast. Summon SiCaTra Treehort. And I already mentioned that in the deck profile video, but as a repetition again for you, this card says all monsters on the field are switched into defense position, and monsters in defense, the effects of monsters in defense position that would target this card, SiCaTra Treehort, have no effects on SiCaTra Treehort. So this card is unaffected by the effects of monsters that are activated in defense mode. And this card says all monsters that will get summoned are instantly put into defense mode, except link monsters, of course. Yes. Then we activate our true sound code. And we add to our we add to our hand one card that lists anyway the Winged Dragon of Ra in its text. That would be the Millennium Revelation to our hand. I won't shuffle now because it doesn't matter. Add Millennium Revelation to our hand. Activate Millennium Revelation. Activate the effect of Millennium Revelation. We can discard Divine Beast monster and search Monster Reborn from our deck or graveyard to our hand. Search to our hand. Yeah, you add to it. What a surprise. There it is. Add Monster Reborn to our hand. Yeah. Forget the shuffling. So our hand looks now like that. Then, just for fun, we activate the amount of the bound creator. Then we activate the second effect. We can send Millennium Revelation to the graveyard, and in this turn we can special summon the Winged Dragon of Ra via Monster Reborn, ignoring its summoning conditions. So we're gonna do that. Activate Monster Reborn, special summon our Winged Dragon of Ra from the grave. Then we're gonna activate the third effect, yes, of Opening of the Spirit Gates. If we control a level 10 monster, which we do, we can add back to our hand one permanent spell from our graveyard. And we also do that. We add Millennium Revelation, because the permanent spell, back to our hand. So, because we're gonna need that later. Again, so, and now, well, that has 0 decay, and you cannot use this effect to gain a decay, because it was special summoned, but you can now use the second effect of the true sound code. You can either send this card or the Winged Dragon of Ra Immortal Phoenix from your deck to the graveyard, and then you can send one Winged Dragon of Ra you control to the graveyard. This would be in the extra monster zone, of course. I have no space now on the video. Of course, we're gonna send the Immortal Phoenix from the deck to the grave. And then, yeah, we send our Winged Dragon of Ra to the grave through this card effect. And of course, because Immortal Phoenix is in the grave, it says if, well, I can read that for you. If the Winged Dragon of Ra is sent from the field to your graveyard, or this card is in your graveyard, special summon this card. Cards and effects cannot be activated in response to this effect's activation. Yes, you read that right. Very powerful. This card is unaffected by other cards' effects. Yes, so that also means, of course, if because I summoned it, it would go into defense because of that, you know. Yeah. Yes, unaffected by other card effects. You can pay 1000 life points, send one monster on the field to the graveyard. I think that also does not target, so very powerful. Yes, so we're gonna do that because it's unaffected. It won't be put into defense mode. And then you have, it was first turn, you know, your first turn or the first turn of the duel. You have on first turn Winged Dragon of Ra Immortal Phoenix. Well, that doesn't do anything right now, but you have set up your basic Winged Dragon of Ra combo now. Yeah. Then you go into end phase. Then he must go to the grave again. But if he leaves the field, you can special summon a Sphere mode from your deck, hand, or graveyard. Yeah, you can special summon an attack and get instantly put into defense mode via Treehouse. Yeah, that was turn 1. Then it's your opponent's turn. Whatever he does, I don't know. If he doesn't play any Link type monsters, he's pretty fucked. Because he can't do anything, mostly because he cannot target that, because that card is unaffected by monsters in defense position, and he cannot target that because that says it cannot be targeted. And he obviously cannot attack because all of his monsters are in defense position. And also this one also further protects that one. Yeah, let's do another one. Let's do a second one, because that was its almost only Winged Dragon of Ra only combo. And we play with all 3 gods, of course, not only the Winged Dragon of Ra. Yes, let's try another one. Another test hand. This is most of the time the basic combo, now the Ra combo. With Obelisk and Life, yeah, I wouldn't say it's more difficult to pull off, but not as powerful. Yes, if you play all 3 gods in one deck, you know. Pure Winged Dragon of Ra is obviously better, That's why the side deck, if you watch the deck profile, that's why the side deck is constructed like that you can recreate this whole deck as a pure Winged Dragon of Ra deck. Alright, oops, that was the camera. Okay, let's do another one. I have 5 cards. Okay. Well, that's not... well, depends. Depends. I would first start to, bait out his Ash Blossom if you have any. Foolish Burial. Maybe he doesn't get it. I don't know. Well, that really depends. It's now. That's always kind of a gamble. I usually, with that hand, I would consider sending Slifer. Because you can, if somehow anything happens, you can start your Ra combo again with Guardian Slime then. So let's say we send Slifer to the grave. For later, if we draw the Slifer trap, we can special summon it from the grave. Or we have Monster Reborn if we want to, because we have Millennium Revelation in our hand already, which is always good. Yes, do that. Well, the rest is pretty simple. We activate our field spell and we set our Metal Reflect Stun. Yeah, and we pass turn. Nothing more to do because that's not of use now, and that's maybe of use later. Let's say it's our opponent's turn. We have its 2 options. We have now 2 options. Sorry, that was German. We can instantly activate our face down card, the Metal Reflect Stun. I wouldn't do that until he activates anything that would destroy or target this card. Okay. Let's say he does that. We activate that in response. Summon that as a monster in defense position, level 10 RK. And now, because we have the field spell, this one won't get destroyed. And it cannot be targeted, because it's a level 10 monster also. Only Harpy's Feather Duster would be the end, because that would destroy these 2 simultaneously. Yes. Okay. Yeah, let's say he has nothing. Yeah. Probably, I don't know, just to see what the deck can pull up. Let's say he has nothing to go over that or whatever, or he attacks it directly. Of course he can attack directly, okay? Let's say he attacks directly and inflicts battle damage. Then we can special summon the Guardian Slime from our hand, because that says if we take battle damage, we can special summon this one from our hand, and it's also level 10. And once per battle, it gains defense up to the ATK value discard battles. Yes. Alright, and of course if this gets sent to the graveyard, so let's say he attacks this one, we activate its effect, so he gets defense equal to the monster's ATK value, and he attacks it again. Then we cannot use this effect again, so this gets sent to the grave. But if that gets sent to the grave, we can add to our hand a card that lists the Winged Dragon of Ra in its name. So I would say he definitely has some negates on the board. So no, that would be probably the best option. If he doesn't have any negates, you can search the True Sun card. But let's say you have some negates, then you of course search the Sphere mode. He would definitely not like that if you do that. But anyway, oh sorry, we cannot do that. Sorry. Guardian Slime searches is only a spell or trap. Then of course you search this True Sun card. Then you have no other options. Sorry, that was my fault. Yes, and then he ends his turn. Whatever. So then it's your turn. You draw. I have not shuffled. It has to be right. Okay, so now. Okay. First of all, before we do anything else, we're gonna do that away to special our Egyptian Godsland, because that's one of the summoning conditions. You can tribute 1 level 10 Aqua monster with 0 ATK. This also works with the Guardian Slime, of course, because he's Aqua level 10, 0 ATK. So, well, yeah. putting that away with that is not a good idea. It's absolutely no good idea. Because what we have here now is a very stupid kind of lock. Because he says as long as this card is on the field, your opponent can only attack Egyptian God Slam, and he can only target Egyptian God Slam with card effects. And Egyptian God Slam cannot be destroyed by battle. So, and you have Mount of the Bound Creator. That says, level 10 monsters or higher on the fields cannot be destroyed by battle or be targeted by card effects. Yes. So, basically, this protects that it cannot be targeted again and not be destroyed by card effect, and your opponent can only target that, but he cannot target it because that says level 10 monsters cannot be targeted. And he can attack that, of course, but he cannot be destroyed by battle. Yes. So much for that. Then you activate the True Sun God again. And I guess, sometime we're gonna again into the Ra play. Somehow. I don't know why. Always works that best. That's why probably the side deck is built to create a pure Ra deck. Anyway, we're gonna add the Ancient Chant to our hand via the True Sun God. We're gonna activate Ancient Chant. From our hand, of course. Not directly from the deck. To add the where is it? The Winged Dragon of Ra to our hand. Add that to our hands, then we could do that. No, let's place it here. We're gonna do Millennium Revelation. Discard Ra. We're gonna discard our Divine Beast monster to search our. Where is it? Our Monster Reborn. Then activate the second effect of Millennium Revelations and discard to the grave, and now we can special summon the Winged Dragon of Ra via Monster Reborn, ignoring its summoning conditions, which what we do. We're gonna special summon Ra via Monster Reborn. So, and then activate the effect of the no, that doesn't work. No, we activate the effect of the True Sun God. Send the Immortal Phoenix to the grave. Immortal Phoenix to the grave, and send the Winged Dragon to the grave, and special summon that because the Winged Dragon of Ra was sent from the field to the graveyard. Then we have that. Yes, and then you can unleash the total carnage and up to your opponent because that is unaffected and even more protected, but that card does not need any protection except for a kaiju. Yeah, you activate this effect as many times until your opponent has no monsters left and send all of them to the grave. And then you attack for 1000. You may think now, why did I not special summon this one in attack position? Well, I could, of course, but the True Sun God also says monsters cannot attack in the turn they were special summoned, except the Winged Dragon of Ra. Or this one, because that is unaffected by card effects. So a special summon this turn, so this could not be attack, and I don't want to put that in attack position because yes, he cannot be destroyed by battle, but he can take. I can take battle damage, and depending on how often I activate that effect, I can only have 4000 life points left. And if he summons something stupid like Namaron Dragon, which then has 12,000 ATK or whatever, yeah, he still can kill me. So that's why defense. You better play safe. Yeah, then you attack for 4000, and then this end phase that has to go to the grave, and you can special summon the Sphere mode from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Yes. And then yeah, you just do that in the end. Draw a card. Yeah, for example. Again, only the Ra combo. I really wanted to show you the Obelisk and Slifer combo, but the hand always turned out to be something different. Anyway, I hope it helped you a little bit. Let me know what you think about it, and let me know in the comments, of course. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.